There we go. Okay, so I was just informed that I was on mute this entire time. Isn't that one? So back what I was saying, this is my first time going live, so there are going to be hiccups here and there. So I guess what we could do is kind of start over here. The first thing that I want anybody that's listening to do is in the comments, go ahead and give me ideas for recipes to look up. We are going to be going over a few other recipes in there. And basically what I want to do is make sure that you know what to look for when you're seeing these recipes on the internet. Because everybody knows that what you find on the internet is always true. I believe that was a quote by Abraham Lincoln. So let's go ahead and get back into what I was showing you before. Wholesome Yum is a website that has a lot of keto recipes on it, and a lot of recipes that I have actually used myself. Typically, they are a good source of information to get your decent keto recipes, especially your recipes for keto alternatives to your carby favorite foods. Now, this particular one that we were talking about is called the Perfect Cloud Bread, or the Best Cloud Bread. Now, I'm not very familiar with what cloud bread is in the first place, but I'm guessing it's something real airy and fluffy. But one thing that I don't particularly like about this website is it has a lot of stuff on it. A lot of ads, a lot of information that you may or may not want. The one thing that I do like about this site is it gives you more than just the ingredients and the directions. It will give you tips on how to make it, if you need to wet your hands or if you need to grease your hands. It will give you a list of tools that they found easier to use and use, easier to make these recipes with. It also goes into how to store this if you're making more than what you're just going to eat right now. So the thing I don't particularly like is the ingredients, the instructions are all the way down the page. Now, I understand why. It's really just a matter of trying to get as many of these ads in front of you so they could actually make a living while providing all this amazing information that they give us. I get it. My website's going to do something similar, but I particularly don't like it so upfront in your face. Maybe get a little bit more of the information that we're actually looking for up front, and then let people get more of the other information and let them click on your ads a little bit later on. For that reason, me personally, I don't go to Wholesome Yum all that often unless I can't find something somewhere else. So that's just something to keep in mind, that if you are going to go to Wholesome Yum, you are going to have to scroll through a lot of this stuff, but they do get better information than most. All right, so we're coming back down here. This is the tools to make the cloud bread right here, right? And it's got more links to some of their other things, some of your favorite bread recipes, which are good, not good. I'll leave that up to you. Here's the actual recipe card, where it gives you all of the instructions. It even gives you a how-to video, which is really nice. And we got your ingredients. Eggs, of course, are always keto-friendly. Mascarpone, which is a soft cheese that is also keto-friendly. Be careful with that because there are a little bit of carbs in it, but not much. Cream of tartar is one of the things that I was looking up. Whenever you come across an ingredient that you're not familiar with, just Google it. Name of the ingredient, nutrition facts. So here we could actually see in a one teaspoon serving, we have 1.8 grams of carbs, and that is going to be your net carbs also. But in our recipe, we're only using 1/8 of a teaspoon. So 18 divided by 8, whatever that is, or 1.8 divided by 8 is whatever that is, not a whole lot of carbs overall that we're adding because of the cream of tartar. And then sea salt, we all know that we need the sea salt anyway just for the electrolytes to keep us from cramping and all the other nasty things that happens when we're on keto because it's easier to get dehydrated. Make sure you're drinking your water. Take a couple of shots of pickle juice. You'll be fine. So, and then you got your directions here, okay? So I have not made this, but if you were interested in making this, this does have the Keto Dragon seal of approval because of the ingredients in it. So you don't have to worry about any hidden ingredients that might throw you out of ketosis. Things like maltodextrin or any of the troses or brins or stuff that maybe 0 calorie, maybe 0 carb, but still spike your glucose levels. They're real high on the glycemic index, and that's essentially what we're looking for. Another thing, as we're going through this, if I see an ingredient that may be a little bit not the most optimal ingredient, I'll go ahead and let you know what I particularly would choose. It looks like we got some comments here. That's cool. Sound is still clipping a bit. All right, so I do want to say that my my computer setup isn't the greatest setup right now anymore, and I am running a lot of things through this. I do apologize if some kind of clips in and out. I am running a microphone, but hopefully we can just get through this and it's not a complete horror show through the whole thing here. Chili, there we go. Yeah. So Cassandra is asking for a chili recipe. Perfect. Let's go ahead and look for a chili recipe. Let's go keto chili. And that's really as easy as it is. You go to your Chrome browser, you go to Google Chrome, or just Google in any browser, and you type in keto and the food that you're looking for. Now, chili is one of those interesting ones because it has tomatoes, a lot of the seasoning packets. There's a lot of hidden stuff inside those. So this might be a very good one. Thank you, Cassandra, for pointing this one out. So let's just go that carb life. And let's find the ingredient that looks delicious. I hope it's a good one. Might have to make this one. I like me some chili. All right, so keep scrolling down. How to make the chili. Come on. Keep going. So rather than tomato sauce, I would look traditional use tomato paste and beef. Okay. So if you see right there, it says that he's using tomato paste and beef broth to kind of make the tomato sauce, which let's go ahead and take a look real quick what the nutrition facts are for tomato paste. All right, let's go. Here we go. All right, so we've got in 1 6-ounce can 32 grams of carbs. We're only taking 7 grams from the dietary fibers, so that's still 25 grams of carbs. I don't know about you, but that's more than what I eat in a whole day in one can. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be eating the whole can in one serving of the chili, but that's a lot of carbs. So that may not be a good way to go. And in fact, I would imagine that just putting in a can of crushed tomatoes might be a little bit better because the whole point of the tomato paste is that it's concentrated, so you have a lot more tomatoes in that little space. So let's get down to the rest of the ingredients here. Well, thank you, buddy. I'm digging that you're digging the video. And I'm glad that you could still understand me, Lindsay. That is important. All right, here we go. Finally, we got the ingredients. See, here's another thing with these recipes. There's always so much information that they're trying to give you. It's like going to the grocery store, right? Do you know why the milk is in the very back of the grocery store? They know you're coming to the grocery store for milk. They want you to pass everything else so you can put it in the basket before you get to the milk. It's the same concept here on a lot of these sites. They know this is what you're looking for. They want you to stop and buy other stuff first. All right, so pound and a half of ground beef. Now, here's the secret. Use the cheapest ground beef you can find. Use that 75-25. You want as much fat. And here's the thing. The vast majority of the fat that you're going to get in the cheap ground beef is going to be monounsaturated fat, which is the good heart healthy fat anyway, if you want to listen to the traditional dietitians, which is good. I'm not saying that it's not good. Monounsaturated fat is good, so you definitely want to keep that up, right? So a yellow onion dice. Now, I would not go with the onion, maybe some onion powder so you could still get that flavor. The onion powder isn't going to have the same amount of carbohydrates as an onion. Really, any root vegetable, and onions are a root vegetable, are very, very high in sugar. But of course, you have this on your own. Me personally, not use the onion here. Green pepper, absolutely, we're good. Jalapeno, love it. And 1 cup tomato paste, or a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. Now, 1 cup is 8 ounces. So a 1/4 cup is 2 ounces. 1 can of tomato paste is 6 ounces. So you're getting 1/3 of the 25 grams of carbs in the entire thing, okay? What, that's 15? No. That's 10, no, 10's like 7.5, okay? 7.5 grams of carbs in the entire pot of chili by using a 1/4 cup. That's if my math's right. It may or may not be. So that's up to you, okay? How has the rest of your day been on your carbs, okay? Is this chili worth the carbs that you're going to be taking in because you're using this tomato paste, okay? So these are all things that you always want to ask, okay? Now, beef broth, that's cool. Tablespoon chili powder. Here's the thing, any powder. Look at the ingredients label. Make sure it's not using a filler called maltodextrin. You'll be surprised what is out there that has maltodextrin in it, okay? Maltodextrin is actually 3 times higher on the glycemic index than sugar, than cane sugar, okay? That means it's going to spike your glucose in your blood 3 times the amount than just being sugar. Maltodextrin is the devil, to quote, Waterboy. But definitely pay attention to your ingredients. Pay attention, make sure that there's no cornstarch in it, okay? Make sure there's no corn in it anyway. Make sure there's no maltodextrin, okay? Keep an eye out on those ingredients, especially when you're looking at a blended spice bottle, okay? Now, tablespoon of cumin, any kind of straight, it's just a straight spice, you're going to be okay 99% of the time, so you're good there. And then the teaspoon of salt. I would go a tablespoon of salt. We need the salt anyway. And I would also change it to sea salt, or especially Himalayan pink salt, sea salt. definitely going to bring up the flavor, bring up the savoriness, right? And it's also going to give you those electrolytes that you need, because you need to be drinking water and getting your electrolytes in, right? I've already said that. Yeah, we're going to say it again. Okay. So now, this particular chili recipe, if you have the carbs available when you're looking at that tomato paste, you're good to go. Now what I want to do is actually see what just tomato sauce has in the way of carbs. Okay, so look at that. 1 cup of just tomato sauce, 16 grams of carbs, 3.7 grams of dietary fiber. So you could use a whole cup of this particular tomato sauce and be 13, 12, 12.3 grams of carbs. We got 15 ounces of the diced tomatoes in this, right? Which you could probably forego by putting in a cup of tomato sauce, or just put a half a cup of tomato sauce and the diced tomatoes here, and you should be good. You could still add the beef broth. You could still add chicken broth. I mean, I know that tomato paste is in there as a thickener. You want to know what a really, really awesome thickener is? You could put in a food processor and throw those in there. There you go. It acts the same as breadcrumbs almost, okay? So there's definitely alternatives to make this okay keto dish a much better keto dish. So, anybody else have any requests that we might be able to look up? Can't find my mouse. There's my mouse. All right, cool. All right, we'll put that back up there. All right, so we will go ahead and, hey, you know what? It's almost St. Patrick's Day. Corned beef and cabbage. Now, I mean, corned beef and cabbage is already going to be a fairly keto thing, but a lot of the times corned beef and cabbage will have carrots and potatoes and onions and stuff in there. Let's go ahead and see if this particular corned beef and cabbage recipe does the same thing. So in this particular case, we've got 3 to 4 pounds of corned beef. Yeah. 2 onions. See, we're looking at onions. We're going into the root vegetables again. Stalks of celery. Celery's okay. Package of pickling spices, which, I mean, you're going to need that. That's part of the whole thing. And pickling spices, you're good. You don't have to worry about. I mean, look at the ingredients just in case they're not putting things like cornstarch and maltodextrin in it, but in pickling spices, they usually don't. Okay. Kosher salt, yes. Black pepper, yes. Cabbage is great. Cabbage is definitely one of the vegetables that we want to be eating on keto. Be careful about your portion size with this, because when you cook, boil anything, your vegetables, the dietary fiber actually breaks down, and you have to count it as a total carb. Not all the dietary fiber, but that's definitely something that you'll want to look at. Maybe do a Google search. You know what? Let's do the Google search, right? Okay, so we got cabbage, carb count. That works. All right, so we've got 1.3 carbs per 1 leaf, right? Now, boiled, Look at that. You see that? You see that? 4.1 grams total carbs for a half a cup. Okay? When you cook your vegetables, the dietary fiber goes away. So your net carbs are going to go up. Okay? So now we're back over here. Muffins. Ooh, that's a good one. We will get into muffins in just a little bit here. All right. Now, so again, be careful of your portion size when you're eating stuff like this, just because the everything's cooked. Okay. We've got carrots. I would actually just forego the carrots altogether. Carrots are full of sugar. They're one of the not worst. Carrots are amazing foods if you're not keto. Okay. If you're keto, there are so many other ways to get the nutrients that you get from carrots without all the sugar. Okay. We got the Dijon mustard. Be careful of the Dijon mustard. Make sure you're paying attention to the ingredients label. Look at your carbs. There are different Dijon mustards that have different things in it. Again, look for the cornstarch, look for the maltodextrin. You will hear me say that a lot because it's important. Okay? Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is amazing. Mayonnaise is good. Mayonnaise is awesome. Even if you get store-bought mayonnaise, just be careful of the hydrogenated oils. Stay away from like soybean oil and your canola oils, your vegetable oils, because they're typically hydrogenated. You are better off making your own mayonnaise. Make your mayonnaise using the grease and the fat from bacon, and you get a bacon mayonnaise. So, capers. I've never looked at the carb value of capers, so let's do it, right? Capers, nutrition facts. See how easy this is? This is what I've been doing for almost 2 years now. If I have a question about something, Google. You got your phone. You got your computer. I mean, all this information is right at the tip of our fingers. Right. Carbohydrates, less than 1 gram in 1 tablespoon of capers. And we are looking at 2 tablespoons of capers, so we could probably figure that's about 1 to 2 grams of carbs just from the capers. Now, plus 1 tablespoon of the brine from the capers. That's cool. And then you got parsley, and then you got your directions on how to cook this. So again, I would make some slight modifications to this. You could always do it the way you want. Just make sure that you're paying attention to your portion size. Make sure that whatever it is that you're about to eat is fitting within your macros for the day. It's fitting within your lifestyle. What I want to be showing you right now is how easy it is to get these recipes and make sure that they're actually going to work for you. A couple of these recipes wouldn't work for me. My body does not handle the carbs from tomatoes as easily as it handles the carbs from cabbage, even cooked. I could eat cabbage cooked just like I could eat cabbage raw. It doesn't affect my body any differently. Your body might be different, okay? We start at a baseline and we do tests. We change one thing at a time, test it over the course of a few days. Figure out what's good for your body. This is the basics of what driving keto is. Let's keep going. We're looking for muffins here. We are on a mission for muffins. Keto muffins. Let's see what comes up. All right, so first thing, you're going to get the keto muffin mixes, right? I'm just going to put this out here. 99% of the time, if you are buying something packaged that says it's keto, run. Just, if you really want to, pick it up, look at the ingredients, okay? The only thing that it is required for a package to say that it's keto is it has to be under a certain number of carbs. It doesn't matter if it's full of maltodextrin, which is going to throw you out of ketosis. I used a multivitamin. Didn't even realize it had maltodextrin in it. I've been in ketosis for almost 2 years straight. I took this multivitamin 2 times, the vitamin with maltodextrin in it. I almost got kicked out of ketosis. The maltodextrin was like the 37th ingredient down. I stopped taking that. My ketones went right back up through the roof. It was amazing. Be careful, especially if something says that it's keto friendly. Okay, so keto muffins. Let's go. Let's see what one. All right, Lindsay, I am going to put this to you. Chocolate covered. We got blueberry, or we got cinnamon sugar. What one do you want to look at here? Or you could ignore me. That's fine too. No, it's okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do the one that seems like it would be the least likely to actually have a keto version here. We're going to go cinnamon sugar, since sugar is even in the name. Oh, okay. Never mind. She did get back to me. We are looking at chocolate all day. All right. We got chocolate all day. I'm going to put that up there. Yeah, chocolate all day. All right, so that's super easy. It says super easy right there, right? Super easy keto muffins. All right, let's see what kind of ingredients we got here. Let's keep going. Oh, this says 6 ingredients. All right, so make keto muffins. Yeah, we keep getting things put in our way. All right, let's see. How do you eat? How do you eat them? All right, you guys are reading that too, right? How do you eat them? Well, I mean, I put them in my mouth, I chew, and then I swallow. I don't know how you eat them, but let's keep going. All right, what are we doing? Is everything flashing for you guys too? Can you put something in the comments there? All right. All right, for keto muffins, I'm not worried about vegan, but apparently in this particular recipe, there is a way to do vegan for you. And Lindsay just let me know here that there are different ways of eating muffins. Yeah, you could pull them apart, all that good stuff. No, I put them all in my mouth all at once, the whole thing. But that's probably why I got up to 350 pounds. I'm so glad I found keto. All right, so let's see here. Oh, this says that it has less than 1 net carb per muffin. That's promising. Let's see where the ingredients are, though. All right, we got ingredients. All right, 1 cup fine almond flour. All right, so that right there already tells me that this 1 net carb per is probably a little not accurate. Almond flour is amazing. I use almond flour for a lot of things, okay? But even if you take the fiber out, you're going to have, a couple of carbs in 1 serving of almond. Maybe it has to do with how it's all portioned out, but that would make me a little leery. But we keep on it. Okay? 2 tablespoons powdered erythritol, or 1 tablespoon sugar or stevia equivalent. I'm just going to pause here for a second. If you are looking at a recipe that says it is keto friendly, and it suggests that you use sugar, don't. Okay, just don't. So powdered erythritol, that is a sugar alcohol. There's a lot of debate as to what sugar alcohol actually does for your body, does to your body. Okay, the way our bodies process sugar alcohol and the way the ADA, or the American Diabetes Association, has diabetics count the carbs from alcohol is to actually count half. Now, most keto websites, most keto resources will tell you not to count sugar alcohol at all, which for some people, that's fine. I mean, this is absolutely one of those situations where you need to know what these ingredients do to you for your body individually. Now, I know I can handle erythritol. I can handle the sugar alcohols without a problem. Okay, I have a couple of clients that the erythritol does start affecting their ketone levels, and it definitely does affect their blood sugar. Not the way it does in, with real sugar, but it does. Okay, I would actually recommend using a powdered stevia or a powdered monk's fruit. Now, most of the time, your monk's fruit and your stevia is going to be mixed with erythritol, but at least you're getting a good portion of a natural, unaltered extract with your monk's fruit or your stevia. That's just my that's my opinion. If you know that you are good with erythritol, go for it. Okay. Now, we've got a 1/4 cup milk of choice, unsweetened almond milk, all day long. It's amazing. If you're looking to add fat, I would even say maybe do heavy whipping cream. Now, the heavy whipping cream might throw off the texture, might throw off the thickness, so it might be something that you want to play around with, okay? But, can definitely never go wrong with your unsweetened almond milk. Stay away from soy. Stay away from soy products, period. I'm not going to get into it. Do your research on what soy products does to your body. It's horrible. Stay away from them. Okay. So, milk of choice, large eggs, yep, perfect. And baking powder, you're good. Salt, you're good. Mini chocolate chips or sugar-free chocolate chips, crushed walnuts, a pinch of cinnamon. Okay. Libby's chocolate chips, I believe that's what we're that's what they're called, Libby's. I've never used them in general. You know what? I've got you right here. I might as well just look it up, right? There's no reason for me just to be guessing. Libby's chocolate chips. Is that it? Here, let's do this. Keto chocolate chips, and then the one that everybody uses will probably Lily's, not Libby's. Libby's is a different brand. Lily's. Okay. So yeah, this right here, right? I have no idea what Thrive Market is. This is the first time I've ever clicked on this, and of course, it's going to give me all kinds of ads and stuff. But yeah, chocolate baking chips, semi-sweet. Oh, and it's because it's no sugar added, so you are just getting. Okay, it's stevia sweetened, 45% cacao. Okay. I prefer dark chocolate. I would probably throw dark chocolate ones in here. I like my dark chocolate at 90%, but I've also been eating it for a long time. The bitterness doesn't affect me. I actually taste the sweetness in it. But again, this is all your call, what it's going to do to your body. Doing this, if you've never used some of these ingredients before, definitely check your ketones, check your blood sugar if you can over the next couple of days, and just get an idea of what it's doing to you, okay? And that way, you know, if you know what these different ingredients are going to do to you, eventually you won't have to test anymore because you'll just know, okay? Ultimately, especially in the Keto Dragon version of keto, the ultimate goal is to be able to eat without having to calculate everything, without having to worry about everything. You might ask one or two questions when you go out to dinner. You might, you know, look at a label here and there when you're getting your groceries. But ultimately, I want all of you to be able to be on keto the way I am. I don't worry all that much. I don't count my carbs. I don't count my protein. I don't count my fat. I know what it is that I'm supposed to eat. And I know when I've messed up by the way my body feels. The one thing that I do is twice a day, I use my breath ketone meter and I test my ketones just to make sure I'm doing good. That's it. And that is the ultimate goal for anybody who wants to be on the Keto Dragon version of keto. Let's keep going. Do we have any other requests here? All right. So that was our muffins. These particular muffins, I would definitely say are a go. So I am actually going to take this and post it in the chat here, right? And then hopefully Lindsay will go ahead and make these a reality, and let me try one. All right. So now what we got is, that's the corned beef. We already did the corned beef. Okay. All right, this next one, oh, shepherd's pie. Yeah, I was trying to go with a you know, St. Patrick's Day theme here with the shepherd's pie and the sidetracked live stream. It's all good. All right, so shepherd's pie. Let's see here. This is saying that the net carbs is 3 per serving, which is 1 slice. Fat 17, protein 22. I don't like that. It is so hard to make sure that you're getting enough fat without overdoing it on your protein. So in this particular case, I would probably lower how much beef I'm using and maybe increase some of the other stuff in here that's giving us the fat. But let's see what's going on here. What are the ingredients? All right, yellow onions, no. Carrots, no. Butter, absolutely. Ground sirloin. Oh, it's going sirloin. That's good. I would choose a fattier cut of meat though. If you've got the money, ribeye is always a good way to go with the nice thick marbles of fat in it. Or just go with that 75.85 cheap as ground beef that you get at the store. You know, you don't have to go sirloin, right? Get that fat content up. Salt, we're good. Black pepper, we're good. Garlic all day long. Worcestershire sauce. You know what? I've never looked that up. Yeah, I've never looked that up. All right, let's. Ooh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to sell that. Let's just go ahead and copy that. There we go. Worcestershire sauce. Nutrition facts. All right, I would imagine it's not a whole lot of anything. Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, wow, there's a lot more carbs in it than I thought. Oh, it's because it's got the sugar. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire has 3.3 carbs. So what is this calling for? 2 teaspoons. Okay, so not a whole lot. It should be good. A low carb, low carb cauliflower mash, right? Shredded cheddar cheese and parsley raw. All right, so here's the thing: the low carb cauliflower mash. I wonder what if it's doing like a prepackaged. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it kind of called for it to be prepackaged. I mean, okay. You know how easy it is to actually make cauliflower mash? And you know what? I bet you it would taste so much better than that. See, now what I would do is you take your whole head of cauliflower, right? You put it in your pot and start boiling it, but you put like 3 or 4 sticks of butter in there with it, right? And you smash like an entire clove of garlic, right? So you take off each individual thing and you smash them, take all the peels off, throw it in there, okay? You got to be careful. You don't want to overboil your cauliflower because when you go to strain it, it will just melt through because it will like disintegrate, right? But as soon as you get a good consistency, you drain it all out. You keep the cloves of garlic, okay? And you mash it all together, right? And then I would put like bacon bits, right? Or like Sam's Club has this big bag of real bacon pieces. Just put a bunch of those in there, mix it all up, right? And then I would throw some sour cream in it, right? Make it a little bit creamier, got to add more of that fat, and then put that over the whole strip. I am getting hungry. Ooh, you know what? I think this might be having to happen because now, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying what I'm saying here. Anyway, but you can make this better. You don't need to have the carrots. You don't need to have the onions. But if you do, just be careful. Half a cup of chopped carrots and a third cup chopped onions. In the whole grand scheme of it, isn't going to be a whole lot. Just me, uh, carrots and onions, they're a little harsher on my body than they are on some other people's bodies. Okay. Thank you, buddy. I thought that sounded amazing too. All right. So we're good with the shepherd's pie. The shepherd's pie. We did find some things that we could do better, but overall, this is pretty good. Right now, this is something that I want to share with everybody. Okay. This is a cookbook app that I use to keep track of all the great keto recipes that I find. It's dvo.com. Now, I am not getting paid for this. I'm not a sponsor of Cooking. In fact, I would like to be. I might reach out to them to see if I could be. But this is honestly just a piece of software that I have been using for almost 10 years, on and off as things come up. But I want to show you here that the Cooking app, right? Let me see if I can get it to where you guys can see it. I'm going to have to stop sharing here. And let's bring application Cooking. There we go. Share. Okay, so this is the Cooking app. Now, I don't know if you could see, but I actually have my own cookbook in here, Keto Dragon. Imagine that. And I have different chapters for each one. Okay, here, let me make this bigger for you. Okay, so I have snacks, and you got avocado chips, baking guac bombs, classic New York style keto cheesecake, right? These are all just things that I have found on the internet. And what's really awesome about this is as you find these recipes on the internet, all you have to do is come up here and click some of these buttons up here, right? And it just parses and gathers all of the information that you need for the recipe and puts it all in place. I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick. So we got, let's do the muffins, right? Let's come back and do these muffins. Where did I? All right. I can't copy and paste from there, so I'm just putting it up there so we can see, so we can all see it. Okay, there's that. All right, keto. And all right. So now we are going to reshare this. Right? And we got the muffins, right? Now this is a Chrome extension up here that I just have to click this little button that you guys can't see. It's a, I promise you it's out there. But I'm going to hit the capture to the desktop app, right? And it's doing a bunch of stuff in the background that you can't see. Let's stop this, and then we're going to reshare that one. All right, and as you guys can see here, we have Keto Dragon, we got the Keto Muffin, an easy low carb keto muffin. This is all from the website, right? I put it in the chapter of fat bombs, okay? And it gives you all of the ingredients, the almond flour, sugar, milk, eggs, okay? And down here, it even gives you all of the directions, okay? It gives you the link for the source, right? So we are going to save this under snacks. We will hit save, right? Oh, no, we're not going to do that. All right. So now we got the keto muffins. If we double click on that, there is a way that we can actually see the, oh, yeah, open it in kitchen view. It's been a while since I've used this. But yeah, and we got a whole recipe card here, okay? And then we could actually change the way the recipe cards look. This is just kind of the way I put it all in here, right? So yeah. So yeah, I mean that's the cooking app that I use, right? Another really cool thing about this app is we can actually share each other's recipe books. Okay, we could become friends on cooking, right? And if anybody else has recipes that are keto style recipes, right? Christy Snyder, she is my keto sister. I've known her for a long time. We have Connie, who's one of my clients out in Florida. We share recipes. As they put recipes in their book, I could see them. As I put recipes in mine, they could see mine. So if any of you are interested in sharing recipes, Yes, ooh, keto taquitos. But anyway, if anybody is interested, go ahead and dvo.com here. Let me put it in the comments here. Right? It's HTTPS going for dvo.com. Okay, and that's there's a free trial to like a subscription base. You don't have to do it when you get back just to the free version. All this stuff that I showed you is still there, and there's a lot of cool other things too. It's just a really cool way that I have found to really keep track of the cool keto recipes that we find, and a way for us to go through and keep track of how we have changed them for us, for our own personal journey. So what I want to ask now is if you have gotten any value out of the things that we have talked about today, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, like this, share this, whatever platform you happen to be watching me on right now, do your part, share it out, okay? Now, for my YouTube viewers, I am giving away a free breath meter. The ketone breath meter that I use, the ketone breath meter that Chrissy, my keto sister, and my client out in Florida, it's the same one that they use, and it works really well, and it's definitely a key to being able to maintain this lifestyle in the best possible way. I am giving one of those out for free to one lucky subscriber who happens to have commented on any of my videos when I hit 100 subscribers. So share this out. Get me to 100 subscribers. And if you're one of those subscribers that have commented on any of my videos, we will definitely, or at least you'll be in the running to win one of these breath meters. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and open it up again to any comments, any requests, any questions that you guys might have. Go ahead and shoot them out my way. I'm going to go ahead and look through real quick just to see if there's anything else in here that I missed. Okay, that's me, that's me. All right. Yeah, keto taquitos are fun. Okay, so with that said, I do want to pose another question. Would anyone be interested in joining me on one of these live streams in the future? Now, whether that be for just to ask me questions, if you've been interested in joining keto, if you've been interested in trying keto, if you've heard about keto, if you have questions about keto, or if you've been on keto for a while and you just want to banter back and forth, give some ideas. I would love to have some more people on here with me during one of these live streams so we could really, really build this up. I want to help as many people get their life back as possible, just like I was able to using this amazing lifestyle. So I do have another comment. Oh, okay. So a link to the breath meter. Yeah, give me just a moment here. Yes, I should have been more prepared. Again, first time live streaming. I'll know a little bit better for next time. All right, so It really is taking a while. It's probably because I'm streaming all this stuff live. So give me just a few moments here. And all right, no, that's the one that I want. So there's a breath ketone eater that is $150, but it links up to your phone and tracks all kinds of stuff. That's the one that I'm wanting, and when I get it, I'm going to do a review on it and kind of do a compare and contrast between the one that we have that we've been using. Let's see, here it is. All right. Let's just get that, and there is a link. You got a link to the breath meter. Yeah, and any of those recipes that we found, I mean, you got the websites, you saw the websites, you know, I pulled them right up here in front of you. You saw how easy it was for us to get to them. Again, Wholesome Yum is a good website to go to. If you could get through all of the stuff to get down to the bottom, but that's most websites. Delish is another one. You know, we ran across quite a few of them. So let's see here. Curve weight. Try again. Okay, so it looks like that link went down to or through most of the channels here that I'm sending it to. Looks like my actual Facebook page didn't get that, but thank you, Lindsay. We'll go ahead and get together before I do my next live stream to possibly do bring you on to answer any questions that you have. And with that, I do want to give you guys my contact information, not my personal contact information, but Facebook. You're looking at facebook.com/Keto Dragon. Okay. And then also on Instagram, it's at Keto Dragon, spelt the same way. Definitely spelt the same way. And then on Twitter, it is at Dragon Keto. So again, right there, Dragon with no vowels, Keto on Twitter. Everything else is Keto Dragon. Okay, no vowels in Dragon. Always, always, always. Okay. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and sign off here. Absolutely reach out to Facebook. Absolutely reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter if you have any other questions. And until next time, Keto Clan, Keto on.